Think making more money makes you rich? Think again. Welcome to Finances with Finn, where we expose money mistakes before.
Hey everyone, welcome to this explainer. I'm Finn. Today we're going to totally unpack the hidden traps that are keeping your credit score stagnant. You know, you might look at your finances and think you're doing absolutely everything by the book, but there's this invisible machine running in the background. So we're going to expose the 7 silent killers that are holding your score back, and way more importantly, we're going to show you exactly how to fix them today. Let's bust a massive myth right off the bat. You pay every single bill on time, right? Every single one. So why is your score just sitting there, or worse, actually dropping? It's incredibly frustrating. But the truth is, simply paying your bills on time absolutely does not guarantee a pristine credit score. Actually, if that's literally all you're focusing on, you're missing out on the vast majority of the game. Okay, let's dive into this FICO machine and see how it actually works. Yes, your payment history is the biggest single chunk of the pie at 35%. And yeah, one late payment can dent a good score by dozens of points and basically haunt you for years. But look at the rest of this recipe. Credit utilization is 30%. Age of credit is 15%. Credit mix and new inquiries are 10% each. This is exactly why your flawless payment history is honestly barely a third of the battle. Let's get right into mistake number 1, the utilization trap. This trap is wild because it actively punishes responsible people. Imagine you put, say, $1,900 on a card with a $2,000 limit, but then you pay it off in full. You feel pretty responsible, right? Well, think of your credit limit like a glass of water. If the credit bureaus check your balance on a day when that glass is filled to the absolute brim, they don't see your payoff later. They just see you stretched dangerously thin. So, the golden numbers you need to lock into your brain are 30 and 10. Consider this your cheat code for utilization. You want to keep your reported utilization under 30% of your available credit limit at all times. But if you want to be among the absolute highest scorers, those folks sit comfortably under 10%. And don't worry, we're going to cover a brilliant little trick to hit that number without even changing your spending, right at the end of this explainer. All right, moving right along to mistakes 2 and 3, history and applications. These next couple of traps are super sneaky because they punish behavior that actually feels really logical to us, but the scoring algorithms absolutely hate it. Mistake number 2 is closing an old card. It feels so tidy, to just chop up a 12-year-old card you never use anymore. But scores hate tidy. Closing it hurts you twice. Your total available credit drops, which makes your utilization percentage jump up, and eventually your average account age shrinks. Instead of closing it, you're way better off keeping it alive with a tiny automated charge, something like a cheap streaming subscription. And then, oh boy, mistake number 3, the application spree. Picture this. You're at the register and the cashier offers you 10% off your purchase right now if you open a store credit card today. Listen to me carefully on this one. The cashier is not your financial advisor. Every single time you grab one of those cards, it racks up a hard inquiry on your profile. Lenders see someone basically sprinting around asking for credit, and that look of desperation, that lowers your score. Next up, mistake 4, the co-signing danger. Banks are literally never going to warn you about this one because it takes their lending risk and dumps it squarely onto your shoulders. Let this harsh realization sink in. You are borrowing, not vouching. When you co-sign a loan for a friend or a family member, you are not just giving them a character reference. That full debt appears on your report. Every single late payment they make legally becomes your late payment. And the stats on this are absolutely brutal. Roughly a third of co-signers end up paying some or all of the debt themselves. Look, if you can't afford to just gift them the money, do not co-sign. Let's group the next ones together. Mistakes 5, 6, and 7, the neglect trio. These are the passive, under-the-radar mistakes that just silently rot your score in the background. Let's fire through these real quick. Number 1, straight up ignoring your credit report. Studies constantly show that a shocking number of reports contain damaging errors. You've got to check it annually and dispute that stuff. Number 2, having a ghost file. If you have no credit history or mix, you don't read as responsible to lenders, you read as unknown. An unknown always scores badly. And number 3, letting older cards die of neglect. If they just sit there gathering cobwebs, issuers will quietly close them without even asking you, hitting you with that exact same account age penalty we talked about a minute ago. All right, here we go. The grand finale, the climax, the statement date trick. It is time for a highly actionable hack that totally fixes that massive utilization mistake we discussed right at the beginning. There is a huge, and I mean huge, difference between your due date and your statement date. Your due date is just when you think you should pay to avoid interest. But your statement date, that's the specific day the card issuer actually reports your balance to the credit bureaus. So here is the ultimate cheat code to really drive this home. Pay your balance before the statement date. Literally, if you just move your payment a few days earlier, the bureaus check your balance and sees a tiny utilization number, even if you use the card heavily all month long. It's the exact same spending using the exact same money, but it instantly creates wildly better optics for the credit bureaus. And the best part? This fix is fast, because utilization has zero memory. Okay, I want to put a challenge out to you right now. Take these 4 exact steps over the next 90 days to let your score breathe and recover. Step 1, pull your free report and dispute any errors. Step 2, go into your banking app and set a payment reminder for 3 days before your statement date. Step 3, put 1 small autopay on your oldest cards just to preserve their age. And Step 4, freeze all applications. Seriously, don't apply for anything for the next 90 days. I want to leave you with this final, somewhat provocative thought. What is hiding on your credit report right now? A weak score isn't just a bad grade. It can cost you tens of thousands of dollars over a lifetime in extra interest. Please don't let these silent mistakes drain your wealth. Take action this week, use that statement date trick, and take control of your financial reputation. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you next time.